Hello and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today is a very special day. It's Thursday, February 19, 2026.
It is.
Usually on this show we move pretty fast. We talk about, complex technology or breaking news. But today we have a different mission.
We certainly do. Today, we're going to slow things down a bit. We're going to explore a huge cultural event, but with a specific goal in mind.
And that goal is
to help you learn English.
That's right. We know many of you are learning English. So for this deep dive, we'll speak clearly, we'll take our time, and most importantly, we'll explain the difficult words as we go.
But don't worry, this isn't going to be a boring grammar lesson. We're not just reading from a dictionary. We're going to explore the Spring Festival,
which you probably know as Chinese New Year. Now, if we look at the calendar, the big day was actually 2 days ago, on February 17th.
Right, but the party is definitely still going.
Oh, for sure.
It's the single biggest celebration in Chinese culture. If you're from the West, try to imagine. Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's Eve all combined into one giant holiday.
Wow, that's the scale we're talking about.
That's the scale. It's all about family food and traditions.
And to guide us through this, we've picked out 3 key words for today. 3 English words that are really essential for understanding this holiday.
That's a great idea. So what's our first word?
The first word is zodiac.
Zodiac. Okay.
It's spelled Z-O-D-I-A-C.
Good one. And the second?
The second is tradition.
Tradition. Makes sense.
And our third word is prosperity.
Prosperity. Ooh, that's a big word. It sounds expensive.
It does. But don't worry if you don't know what they mean yet. By the end of this, you'll understand them perfectly. So, are you ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with that first keyword, zodiac. When we talk about the Chinese zodiac, what are we actually talking about?
Well, a zodiac is basically a way to measure time. It's a cycle. In the West, America or Europe, the zodiac is usually based on months. Someone asks, what's your sign? And you say,
I'm a Leo, or I'm a Gemini.
Exactly. It's based on the month you were born. But the Chinese zodiac is different.
How so?
It's based on the year you were born, and instead of star signs, it uses animals. A cycle of 12 different animals.
12 animals. That's a lot of vocabulary. Should we list them out for everyone?
Let's do it in order. It's good practice. The cycle starts with the rat.
The rat, okay.
Then the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, and the snake.
That's the first 6.
Yep. Now we have the horse, the goat, the monkey, the rooster, the dog, and finally the pig.
I've always wondered about the order.
Yeah.
Why is the rat number 1? It's so small. You'd think the tiger or the dragon would be first. They're so much stronger.
That is the classic question. And the answer comes from a legend. A legend is an old story, a myth from a long, long time ago.
Okay.
The story goes that the Jade Emperor, who was like the king of all the gods, he wanted a way to measure time. So he organized a race.
Not a race, like a running race.
A swimming race, actually. All the animals had to cross a big, fast river. The first 12 to finish would get a year named after them.
A swimming race?
Yeah.
Now I'm even more confused. A rat can't swim that fast. How did it beat a tiger?
Well, the rat is small, but it's very smart. We'd use the word clever.
Clever. Smart in a tricky way.
Exactly. The rat knew it couldn't swim across by itself, so it asked the ox for help.
And the ox is big and strong.
Yes, and very kind. The rat said, Mr. Ox, can you give me a ride? And the kind ox said yes. So the rat hopped on its back.
That was nice of the ox.
Very nice. The ox swam all the way across, but just as they were about to reach the other side, the rat did something sneaky.
What would it do?
It jumped off the ox's head and landed on the shore first.
No way! So the rat stole first place.
That's the story. So the clever rat became the first animal of the zodiac, and the poor kind ox came in second.
That's a great story. But wait, one animal is missing. I think a lot of people will be wondering, where is the cat?
Yeah, the missing cat.
Everybody loves cats. Why is there no year of the cat?
It's actually part of the same story. The cat and the rat, they were supposed to be best friends, and they were going to ride the ox together.
So what happened?
Well, that clever rat, he was also a little bit mean. While they were crossing the river, he pushed the cat into the water.
Oh, no.
Yep. The poor cat almost drowned. By the time it finally got to the shore, the race was over. All 12 spots were taken.
That's so sad.
It is. And the legend says that's why cats hate rats to this day. They're enemies because the rat betrayed the cat.
Wow. It's amazing how these old stories explain things.
Yeah.
But is there a more, historical reason?
There is, yeah. A more practical one. Most experts think that when the zodiac was created thousands of years ago, there just weren't many domestic cats in China. They came from other parts of the world later.
So they just weren't around to get on the list.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But here's something that surprised me. If you're listening in Vietnam, the story's different.
That's right. In the Vietnamese zodiac, they don't have the rabbit. Instead, the fourth animal is the cat.
So cat lovers in Vietnam are happy.
They are. And it's not just Vietnam. In Thailand and Cambodia, they replaced the dragon with the naga.
A naga, what's that?
A naga is a mythical creature. That word, mythical, means it comes from stories. It's not a real animal. It's like a giant magical snake that lives in the water.
And in India, the rooster is sometimes replaced with a bird called the Garuda.
Exactly. It shows how a tradition, or second keyword, can change and adapt as it moves around the world.
I love that. So let's bring it back to right now, February 19th, 2026. Which animal is it this year?
This year, 2026, is the year of the horse.
The horse, a powerful animal. What does it represent for people? If a baby is born this year, what's their personality like?
The horse is a symbol of energy. Just think about how a horse runs. It's fast, it's strong. So the year represents speed and vitality.
Vitality, that's a good one. Can we explain that word?
Sure. Vitality just means being strong and active, full of life.
Full of life. I like that. So the horse's speed is also connected to success.
Yes, very much so. There's a famous Chinese saying, in idiom, it goes, Ma Dao Cheng Gong.
Ma Dao Cheng Gong. What does that mean in English?
It means something like, when the horse arrives, success follows. Or, more simply, win success immediately.
So it's not just good luck, it's fast good luck.
Exactly. People born in a horse year are seen as enthusiastic, always trying to improve, always moving forward.
Speaking of moving forward, I saw the new stamps for 2026. The horse on the stamp isn't standing still, is it?
No, it's running. And that's very deliberate. It symbolizes the country and its people moving forward, with energy.
And the colors are really bright, red and orange.
A very specific orange, too. They call it Hermes orange. It's very warm and joyful.
There's also a coin, a huge gold coin.
Oh, the 10-kilogram one?
Massive. It is. And the design on it comes from really old art, right?
That's right. From the 6 Steeds of Zailing. These are famous stone carvings of horses from the Tang Dynasty, so over 1,000 years ago.
So they're connecting today's celebration with art from 1,000 years in the past.
It shows how deep the history runs.
Okay, all this talk of gold coins is making me think of wealth, but honestly, all the festival talk is just making me hungry. We have to talk about food.
We have to. Food is maybe the most important part of the Spring Festival, but here's the interesting thing. What you eat depends on where you live.
The Great Food Divide. North versus South.
Let's start up north. In northern China, it's cold, and they grow a lot of wheat. So the main food is made from flour.
Wuxins.
Dumplings. In Chinese, they're called jiaozi.
I love dumplings. But why for New Year's? Is there a special reason?
There is. It's all about the shape. A dumpling is curved, kind of like a half moon.
Right.
In ancient China, the money wasn't paper. It was little gold or silver blocks called yuanbao, and they looked exactly like dumplings.
Oh, so the dumpling looks like old money.
Yes. So when you eat dumplings, it's like you're filling yourself with wealth, you're eating prosperity.
There's our third keyword, prosperity, meaning wealth and success.
The more dumplings you eat, the more money you'll make. That's the idea.
A tradition I can definitely support.
It's also very social. The whole family sits together on New Year's Eve and makes the dumplings together.
Okay, now let's travel south. It's warmer, and they grow rice, not wheat. So no dumplings.
Not as many, no. Down south, they eat rice cakes. The Chinese name is nian-gao.
Nian-gao. Now, there's a play on words here, isn't there? A pun.
A very clever one. Nian means year, and gao sounds just like the word for high or tall.
So it sounds like year high.
Right. So eating nian-gao is a wish for getting higher every year.
What does that mean, getting higher?
For a kid, it can mean growing taller. For an adult, it means getting a better job, making more money, just improving your life year after year.
So in the north, they eat money, and in the south, they eat growth.
That's a great way to put it. And one more southern food, tengwunel.
The sweet, sticky rice balls.
Yes. And they are perfectly round. The round shape symbolizes reunion, the family circle being whole and together.
Reunion. Beautiful word. Coming together after being apart. That really is the heart of the festival, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Now, speaking of family, let's talk about what every kid is waiting for. The red envelope.
Ah, the hongbao.
It seems simple. It's money in a red envelope. A gift for children.
On the surface, yes. But the real story behind it is actually a little bit scary. It's not just about giving money.
Right.
The traditional name for it is yasuiken. Let's break that down.
Okay. Yes, we can
Yas means to press down or to suppress.
suppress. What does that mean?
To suppress means to stop something, to hold it down. And kiran means money. But the middle word, sui, that's the key.
Sui.
Sui sounds like the word for year, but in the old stories, Sui was the name of a demon, a monster.
A New Year's demon.
Yes. The legend says that on New Year's Eve, this demon would come and touch the heads of sleeping children, and they would get very sick.
That's terrifying.
It is. So parents wanted to protect their kids. The story says one family wrapped 8 copper coins in red paper and put it under their child's pillow.
And did it work?
It did. When the demon Sui came near, a bright light flashed from the coins and scared him away.
So the money wasn't a gift. It was protection.
Exactly. That's the real meaning. The red envelope is a symbol of protection, to keep children safe from harm and sickness.
That changes everything. So when you give a child a red envelope, you're not just saying buy a toy. You're saying, I want you to be safe.
That is the deep traditional meaning, yes.
And it matters when you give it.
Yeah.
The night before versus the next day.
That's right. If you give it on New Year's Eve, that's the traditional protection from the demon. On New Year's Day, it's more of a simple blessing for a happy year ahead.
Of course, these days, it's not always cash in an envelope.
No, not at all. Digital red envelopes on your phone are huge. You can send that protection and good luck instantly to anyone, anywhere.
The technology changes, but the meaning stays. It feels like that's the theme today.
It really is.
And we should remember, this is a global celebration. It's not just in China.
Oh, absolutely. Our data for 2026 shows international travel to China went up by 400% for the festival.
400%. Wow.
People all over the world want to experience it, and other countries join in. Canada, Russia, the U.S., they all release Year of the Horse stamps. Culture is for sharing.
It all creates this huge economic boost, too. The Spring Festival economy.
It's a goldmine for businesses, restaurants, travel, gifts. It's a huge help to the global economy.
Okay, so we've covered so much. Let's do a quick review of those keywords for our learners.
Sounds good. First, we had zodiac. That's the 12-animal cycle for the years.
Then tradition. The stories and customs, like the rat and the ox.
We had prosperity, the wish for wealth, symbolized by eating those dumplings.
And reunion, that feeling of family being together.
And finally, protection, the real meaning of the red envelope.
Before we go, I want to ask our listeners a question. What animal are you? Look up your birth year. Are you a clever rat, a strong ox, or an energetic horse, like this year?
And I'll leave you with one last thought. We live in the super modern world, right? We have AI and space travel, but once a year, billions of us stop to look at the moon and tell stories about animals.
We use the horse to talk about energy, the tiger to talk about bravery.
It just shows that no matter how much technology we have, we're still connected to nature. We still need these old stories to help us understand who we are.
That's a beautiful thought to end on. Thank you for joining our special English Learning Deep Dive. We hope you learned some new words and had fun.
We certainly did.
From all of us here, we wish you a Happy New Year.
Happy Year of the Horse.
See you next time on the Deep Dive.